booties for black girl nerds.
Gwendoline, thank you so much for your time.
Absolutely.
Wow. This has been an exciting season. A lot of fan reactions. They've really been enjoying the show. And now we're making our way towards the finale. When you look at some of the revelations that have happened with your character this season, what have been the most fun things that you've been able to reveal about her and what her place is and what her intentions are?
I think sort of, after the Clone Wars of, playing sort of Nala Se over 10 years ago and playing her sort of more of a straight-laced, sort of straightforward, sort of cold and more detached giant woman creature. I think when, I was beautifully surprised when, when the creators approached me and said, why don't we go this direction with her? It was a real pleasure to be able to show more of her maternal side, more of a vulnerability, a very controlled vulnerability. I think that was a real pleasure and a challenge as well. I think, to see that she's that beyond the strong woman that I'm sure you and I can understand having to play in real life. And that's what I love about these characters. They're so true to life. And I think in general, sometimes even as an Asian woman, there's a sense of needing to be strong and play to stoicism as well. But it's just, it really, really was exciting to be able to stand up for and fight for something that she was protective over, Omega. And what I will say is, it was a real, I think it was a challenge, to within the Kaminoan brain and species to still not get her into, Gungan land or, some other world, to still keep her in literally in degrees, on a pool table of if we go 3 degrees right or left, is it going to be too much? So I think to, with the team, Jennifer Corbett and Brett Rao and Dave Filoni and, everybody and the graphic team and her reactions and the audio team, I just treated it as a movie really, and like an extreme close up. And when the material is that good, I think they were able to figure out how to play her so that the audience would be able to understand and receive that. And I don't think she's a villain or innocent. I think that sort of neutrality, as it were, can be very exciting because people are going to project and think and be excited about where the story might take us.
I like how you describe that, like as an extreme close-up of a movie. That is very accurate because now we get to see all the details and some of the motivations and just those intricate looks at sometimes that a movie doesn't allow for a character unless they're the focus of the stories. I like that. That's very cool.
Thank you.
The fan theories are wild. Fans always are predicting things, especially as we get to the finale. Have you seen any crazy fan theories that stood out to you? And what was it, if you did?
I wouldn't say anything crazy. I think some fans sort of are just more intrigued and want to know, is she good? Is she bad? What else happens? What's going on with her and Omega? And there's a lot more questions that is above my pay grade to answer, or I might be killed with a Jedi sword. But I would say just a lot of interest and trying to understand this very complex character that's very internal, and there's been a deep curiosity about it, which means a lot to me. These fans are no joke. I mean, they will ask and they know and they are in it and they really, really are following your character, and it's almost like they understand the heart of the character. So what I do want to say and how I've responded in terms of, I think people would prefer to label, is she good, is she bad? But what I will say about Nala Se is look, just like who we are in the world, you know, two things can coexist at the same time, and we're multifaceted. You know, especially as a strong Asian woman, and you being a strong African American woman, I think people can place a lot of things upon us, perhaps subconsciously or consciously, I don't know. But what I will say is that vulnerability is fine, and I don't think it's one way or the other. I think we're multifaceted people, and it's just not. I think it's too easy to label us one way or the other. So we just have to see where the story takes us. You know.
I'm excited, and we definitely don't want anybody showing up at your door trying to take you out. Thank you, woman, for your time. I'm so excited to see the finale and what's going to happen. And till we meet again next time.
Yeah, and you're beautiful, by the way. Great.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
You too.
Better shake your booties for black girl nerds. Better shake your booties for black girl nerds.